Because I was comparing me and him, and I had this self-righteous view of myself that I knew the way and my way was better.
Man, shut your...
All right, guys, we got one coming to us today from the Man Guide. We've got women bragging about emasculating their husbands, women convinced 1/3 of men are rapists.
What?
Women who think they deserve top-tier men while bringing bottom-tier behavior. And women offended by compliments, women who think coffee is beneath their royal blood, and women who bail on good men because the vibe wasn't soulmate energy. This entire video is a landfill of entitlement, victimhood, projection, and weaponized insecurity. Make sure to stick around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and put some comments down there, man. Let's have it. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about this, guys. Let's get into it, man. Here we go.
I emasculated my ex-husband 3 specific ways: control, criticism, and comparison. I was in control of everything. I controlled how the dishes went in. If he loaded the dishwasher and it wasn't good enough, the way he was going to lead our team, it wasn't good enough. The way he managed everything wasn't good enough. Nothing he did was ever good enough. And then I let him know out loud, like I criticized everything that he did and told him how it should have been done better. And perfection was the standard that I held for him. So nothing was ever good enough. Because I was comparing me and him, and I had this self-righteous view of myself that I knew the way and my way was better.
IDGAF. I don't give a fuck. Period.
Congratulations. Let me just say this, sweetheart. You're the reason he stopped trying.
There you go.
Now make sure you guys stick around, man, because it only gets worse from here.
And nothing he ever did was enough. And eventually it created a man that was apathetic, that was resigned to not do anything. Why should he show up? If I'm gonna redo it, or if I'm gonna do it better, or if he's gonna get criticized, why should he show up? And then that caused further division in our relationship, because he would say that he was gonna do something and then just not. And it created this big void in respect. And where I got it wrong in the respect category was I was waiting for him to show up as perfect in order for me to begin to respect him. I didn't ever respect his effort. I didn't ever respect the progress. I didn't respect anything. And that caused major challenges. I was the reason why those major challenges. I'm not perfect, right? I wanted to believe so before.
Boy, if you don't get...
However, if I was waiting for him to be perfect in order to respect him, that was never going to happen. And so a big lesson that I learned was that I, as a wife, create life and death in my words. And I can create a space where my husband can grow into and step into and appreciate what he's doing and see the good that's happening, or I can see and focus on everything that's not happening and define him by the not happenings. See, I was blinded by those not happenings. All I could see was the not happenings, and I didn't see any of the goodness, and I created a divorce. I created just horribleness in our relationship because of criticism, control, and comparison. And so I'd love to hear what you're experiencing and what you relate to in that.
She mocked her own husband until he finally left, then acted shocked when the man she emasculated walked away. Women break the man, then blame him for the pieces.
Yeah, so basically you didn't emasculate him. What you did was you emotionally paper shredded him until he just stopped giving a shit.
Emotional, damn it!
And now you're sitting here shocked like you discovered gravity or something. You controlled him, criticized him, compared him, and then blamed him for the version you created. Women break a man, then act confused when he crumbles, exactly like the Man Guide said. You didn't lose a husband. You pushed him off the cliff. And here you are, single as hell, on YouTube, telling us all the mistakes that you made. But will you learn from any of them? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think everything she just explained. Do you think she learned from that? Do you think she'll carry what she learned into her next relationship, if she even finds one? Maybe we'll see her in 10 years, you know, completely just washed up, lonely, cats everywhere. Who knows? Who knows? But let me know in the comments. Do you think she's learned anything from her first relationship? I don't know, guys. Let's go.
Currently reading the book New Age Sexism, and there are some lines in this book that are wildly disturbing, but also extremely useful information to know, and this is one of them. A study published in the journal Science.
This is so wild to me. What she's about to say is so wild to me, man. Listen to this. Stick around and listen to this.
And Gender found that a third of U.S. men would, quote, have sexual intercourse with a woman against her will. In other words, rape her, quote, if nobody would ever know and there wouldn't be any consequences. 1/3 of men. We do realize how many men that is. I often go back and forth in my personal life if I'm too extreme, if I'm too radical, if I'm like really just seeing life through a negative lens. And then I read statistics like this and I think to myself, never trust a man with anything in your life. Your safety, your pleasure, your finances, literally nothing. Because 1/3 of US men will rape you if he could get away with it. And then I think to myself, the people that say, oh, sprinkle, sprinkle is dramatic information. Men, that's literally all they want from women is sex. The least that women can do is extract men for their money.
Shut up, bitch!
That was crazy to me. Like, here we go. Another doomsday prophet who hates men. Who hates men, but wants them to still pay her bills. She reads one cooked-ass statistic from a book nobody's ever heard of.
Found that a third of U.S. men would, quote, have sexual intercourse with a woman against her will.
Man, shut your ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you.
And now suddenly every man is just a criminal in waiting.
Women.
Lady, if you think 1/3 of men are predators, that says more about the men you chase than the men as a whole, in general. You're not too radical. You're too damaged to trust anyone, including yourself. Am I right?
Hell yes.
Guys, like I said, man, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm right in the comments. I would love to hear your side of the story, man. What do you guys think? Let's keep going.
She swears men only want sex, but never asks why that's the only thing she brings to the table. When a woman has nothing else to offer, of course she thinks every man is driven by desire.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, again, she swears all men want is sex, right? Because that's the only thing she ever was capable of bringing to the table. When a woman has nothing else to offer, she convinces herself that men are just shallow. Not because it's true, but because it excuses her lack of value. You're not describing men, lady. You are. You're definitely not describing men. All you're doing is describing your resume to all of us men watching. That's what it is.
Is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be
The delusion in this is wild, guys. Watch.
attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Damn! Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy. Like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier?
See, that's the thing. You can't pick the best of the best. That's why you're on here. That's why we're watching you right now, because you can't pick the best of the best. You don't have that option. You're not built like that. You're like a 3 or you're super mid. You don't have that type of choice. You don't have that power. So what you want is the top 15% of men, but gets offended when the top 15% of men don't want you.
Like, hello, especially if I'm a top quality girl.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
What
You're
happened to
not.
earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number. Instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
She wants the top 15%
Jesus
of men,
God.
but gets angry when those men don't want her back. Modern dating isn't unfair. Women just can't handle the truth.
Like, the delusion in this is so wild, dude. I'm a top quality girl. Says who? Who's saying that? Who's telling you that? Your front-facing camera? That's got to be the only thing. Like I said, you're super mid, dude. I see millions of you. You don't get to demand excellence while offering low-tier energy and attitude. Ambition isn't a personality trait. Looks aren't like your retirement plan. Modern dating isn't unfair. Your expectations are. You, miss, do not have the power to choose the top 15% of men. You're probably single, hella mileage, hella bodies. Your body count's probably ridiculous.
She belongs to the streets.
You've been used up, and now you're trying to put the blame on everybody but yourself.
Literally just stopped me and said, I don't mean to be rude, but you are
And here we go. We got a woman who is offended that a man called her gorgeous. Like, how do you make them happy? Listen to this crybaby shit, man.
absolutely gorgeous. And I looked at him and I was like, and I just turned around and like, I'm thinking like, is this just me deeping it too much? Like, is he actually just like trying to be nice? And then I'm thinking, wait, no, that's me, my people-pleasing brain switching on and trying to like excuse the fact that he just outwardly said that I'm absolutely gorgeous, which is just like so unnecessary.
What am I supposed to do?
Is that weird? Or am I just really deeping this now? I just find that so weird. Don't.
You're weird. How about that? You're weird. You're built like Gumby, dude, and you're offended that some man, gave you a compliment from an old man, but lives online. You're living online right now, begging for strangers to validate you. You can't have it both ways, miss. I'm sorry, you just can't. If attention disgusts you, stop fishing for it with these thirst traps. Women like this don't want respect. They do not. They want compliments only from the men they fantasize about. Everyone outside of that fantasy is just a creep or a creepy. Newsflash, you don't get to customize the world based on your mood. Get your shit together.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
Jesus.
Say that. That's weird. Ew.
She's mad a man called her beautiful, but she lives online begging for attention. You can't please women. They turn compliments into insults just to feel offended.
Even if I was in love with someone, right, and we dated for so long and they ended up proposing to me, we're engaged, we're about to get married and live happily ever after. If they decide for their bachelor party to go to a strip club or to have strippers or to go to Vegas or whatever the case may be, I will immediately break up. It's the fact of you're willing to put yourself in a situation and be in an environment where bad things can go wrong right before a wedding. And you feel like that's needed. And any guy who's like, well, this is my last hurrah before getting married, then why would you want to get married? If you feel like you have to get that last hurrah and you have to get that last strip club in and you're not ready for marriage. And I would never, ever, ever want to marry someone who would even think of doing that. And it's not even like being secure. Like, I think it's kind of weird when girls are like, well, I don't care. Like, you should. You literally should. Because that is cheating. That is so weird. This is why I say, like, I low-key want to do a joint bachelor and bachelorette party. Because A, I think that's so much more fun. And B, everyone gets what they want. And there's no weird shit going on.
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
She's not setting boundaries. She's broadcasting insecurity. Women always broadcast their own insecurities.
Listen, she doesn't want a husband. Mind you, this information is being brought to us by a modern woman who's single and hasn't stopped to think maybe she's the problem, not a man wanting a bachelor party. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's fucking weird. She doesn't want a husband. It sounds like she wants a hostage, dude. This isn't about loyalty. This is insecurity wearing, a boundary costume. A man going to a strip club isn't cheating, but controlling your fiance like some sort of probation officer absolutely is emotional abuse. If you think seeing a dancer ruins a marriage, well, guess what? Wait until you see what your attitude does. You will be a cat lady in no time. In no time. Don't forget your cap.
If he's asking you out for coffee as a first date, go ahead and block him right now.
Women.
Quickly, men only ask women out for coffee for the first date if 1, they're cheap, and 2, he's not actually sure he's interested in you. Don't you want a man that's sure he's interested in you? I've heard from the horse's mouth themselves. Men have told me they only take women on coffee dates if they're not sure they want to pursue the girl. So at the end of the date, if he changes his mind, if he gets the ick, he says, well, at least I only spent $20 on coffee.
Man, shut your ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you things about.
I know that you know you're worth more than $20 for coffee, whether he's sure or not. So get rid of him, babe. Your husband would never.
A woman who calls a coffee date insulting is really just upset that a man won't bankroll her delusions.
Yeah.
Modern women want a luxury experience for the price of a hello.
Exactly.
One of the guys.
Men do coffee dates because they're tired of spending $200 to find out that you're just going to be there sitting on your phone the whole time. Right? Am I wrong, guys? Let me know if I'm wrong. Drop in the comments right now and tell me if I'm wrong. And if you're still here, I appreciate you, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But a woman who thinks she's worth more than $20 usually isn't even worth the coffee, the $1.50 coffee. It wasn't even worth the amount of gas it took to go see her. Modern women want a luxury experience for the lowest price of a hello. But guys, we're gonna end it right there, man. Every woman in these clips proves the same thing. The same exact thing. Right? Entitlement destroys relationships faster than cheating ever will.
Yeah.
They demand perfection, they offer chaos, they blame men, they play the victim when their own behavior blows back in their face. Modern women aren't oppressed, I promise you. They're allergic to accountability. And the more they talk, the more obvious it becomes. Now, guys, if you stuck around this long, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, man. Drop a comment. Talk about it. Let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm delusional. Maybe I'm the delusional one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, man. I'll talk to you when we get there. Peace.